talk? Cause I'm trying to talk to you. YouTube. Today we are reacting to the internet's darkest corners #7, bro, by Nick Crowley, bro. This guy produces the most horrifying, the most disturbing fucking internet stuff I've ever seen, bro. Stuff that is based on a true story IRL. What am I saying? Of course it's IRL, dumbass, bro. Like, bro, okay. But we are reacting to this video, bro. I love y'all, bro. We're gonna start this immediately, bro. Bro, I swear this is some horror ass shit, bro. Flash warning. The following video.
911 location emergency. Okay, what's going on?
Bro, these creepy images, bro. Alright. The blink of an eye.
November 2014. 45-year-old Joseph Parker dials 911.
This dude looks like fucking Dr. Eggman, bro. Get him off my screen, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. I haven't even watched this video yet, bro, and I already disrespected someone. This dude might be good, bro. I'm just saying stuff, bro. Let me stop.
In the morning to report an incident that had taken place inside his home in Springville, Tennessee.
Damn.
An incident that had been solely his own doing.
Oh, never mind. I don't take it back. Bro, actually, let me take the captions off. What happened, bro? All right, bro. Hop off. You thought you killed her? Wait. Alright, bro. Yeah, of course, but like, bro, you're gonna call 911. I guess if you feel bad and stuff like that, but like, I thought I killed her. Alright. I don't know, it just sounds so fucking retarded, bro. I'm so sorry. Like, stupid.
And I put her in the freezer.
Alright, you're admitting your crime. Okay, I get it. You felt probably bad.
It happened on him and his wife Samantha's 12th wedding
anniversary. Bro, rest in peace, Samantha Parker. For real, bro.
A day that should have been a celebration, but instead had somehow ended in Joseph shooting Samantha at point-blank range before proceeding to put her body inside their garage freezer.
Fucking serial killers, bro.
That Joseph is now confessing to a 911 operator.
Okay, he confessed.
But this confession wasn't the real reason for his call, as Joseph likely would have been content without ever reporting his own crime, had it not been for the fact that hours prior, he noticed something unusual.
Garage. When I checked on her tonight, and she's not dead.
What happened?
She's got a big hole in the temple of her head, and to get her body moved around in there, I think I broke her wrist. You know,
this fucking, you're a weirdo, bro.
In the thing, she's been in this thing 48 hours.
That's
now.
Fucked up, bro. That is so fucked up.
According to Joseph, Samantha was still alive, despite having a large hole in her head and spending so long in their freezer that she was seemingly frozen solid. When he checked on her that morning, he realized that she wasn't actually dead and was conscious. The scenario Joseph
that is fucking horrifying. Can you imagine you get shot in the fucking head and like you wake up in the fucking freezer and you're still alive? Bro, I swear, man. People out here are so fucking crazy. You gotta be careful in this world, man. It's like, that's a serious note, man. A serious note.
With it being so outlandish that Joseph felt the need to tell the operator that this wasn't a prank.
This is no prank call. I need somebody to get out there and help her out.
Now you're gonna say help her out after shooting her in the fucking head and stuffing her in the freezer. Now you're gonna ask to help her out, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
I promise you this is a legit call, and I need somebody to get out there and help her because I still love her. It's hard to believe.
Get him out, bro. Arrest him, bro. And if you, I guess, something in your way in your heart, bro, turn yourself in, bro. Yeah, I guess this is why he's calling, bro. But like, that's like me shooting my fucking, like, I don't know, shooting someone random. It's like, oh man, I just killed 5 people. Oh, I feel bad. Let me go call the police. She's still alive though. Well, maybe I'm being retarded as fuck, bro. I'm sorry, YouTube. And people watching this, but like, of course people can have second chances and stuff like that, but like, I'm not God, I'm not perfect at all too either, like, but that just sounds so stupid, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. Boy, It's like now he realized, oh yeah, I fucked up. I shot my fucking wife because I had a agreement with her, bro. Oh, oops, she's alive now because I don't know how. I probably missed her brain, like, bro. If you see what I'm getting, bro, but like, I'm not trying to be offensive or try to be like, people don't deserve second chances, but this dude, man.
But after that, but I love her. I still love her. I've loved her every day I've been married.
Then why did you shoot her, bro? When you have I'm sorry for pausing a lot, bro, but if you have a disagreement with your spouse, with your family member, are you just gonna pull out your fucking blick and then start shooting on them, bro? Just because you have a disagreement with them because you don't like them, bro? No, a reasonable person will have a talk with them, bro, or not talk to them at all until they feel better, bro. Like, you don't just say, okay, well, you didn't agree with me, I'm gonna shoot you now, like, bro. Maybe you still did love her, but that doesn't, like, count you for shooting someone, bro. I guess that's where he realized he fucked up.
He was being serious.
Okay.
And all he wanted to do now was get Samantha.
Let me stop pausing, bro. I'm sorry,
bro.
To
still love her despite everything he had done, and help couldn't come quickly enough. As Joseph went into greater detail about just how bad Samantha's condition was.
Oh my goodness,
and how
man.
he was able to determine she was alive in the first place.
I'm so sorry for you, man.
For 2 days, she's frozen solid. She's still alive.
Bro, this got me tight, bro. This got me tight.
She's in bad shape. She's a mess. She can't talk. Give us a blink. Blink once means yes. Blink twice means no.
Despite being unable to speak,
oh my goodness, man,
Samantha was still blinking, and was actually blinking in response to questions.
This is so
Joseph was
crazy,
asking
man.
Her, once for yes and twice for no. And in a moment of what appears to be a regret for what he had done, he tried to make things better by giving her blankets and pouring water in her mouth.
Yes, she's still in the garage. I made her as comfortable as I can make her. She tried to drink a little water.
These responses led
That's
to a lengthy one-sided
man.
conversation that ended with Joseph vowing to get her help, which he was attempting to do now as he drove miles away, clearing the scene for authorities and paramedics to save her, while calling 911 and explaining the surreal scenario.
At least you tried,
We don't
man.
have a history of domestic disputes. We've never had to call the police.
This was back in 2014, man. Oh my goodness, man. Like, I guess he did feel bad in a way, but it's just so crazy to me. You should never, under any circumstance, to pull out a weapon or any type of violence. I mean, I guess violence can't really, like, escape this world unless, like, till God comes down here and says that's the end of it, or Jesus, like, but, like, a gun, though? I can't believe we're living in a world where, like, to solve problems, you have to pull out a gun, man. Like, no regular talk. At least a fist fight. I mean, that's still bad, too, but, like, at least a fist fight. That's all I'm asking for, bro. If you can't do anything without violence, at least use a fist fight, bro. Use a fist, something. Don't even use a weapon or a gun, man. Even that is still bad. That's kind of crazy to say. I'm sorry, bro, but at least, bro. And don't get me wrong. Of course, you gotta use your fist or something to defend yourself and stuff like that. But, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. But for, like, problem solving, I don't get it. Like, using weapons, man. It's like, you can't talk it out. Oh my goodness!
Healthy marriage that, for whatever reason, had turned sour on their anniversary, and what he referred to as a real bad night, where something in Joseph had snapped. But despite admitting to the murder, he made it clear that he had no intention of going to prison. He just wanted to make sure.
No intention? Boy, you're going to prison for almost all your life. What do you mean? No intent of going to prison, bro? What do you mean, bro? Unless he meant, like, he didn't want to do it, and then, like, I don't know. I think I know what he's trying to say, but, like, are you dumb, bro? Are you, like,
was saved?
Don't want to get arrested tonight.
You're getting arrested tonight, boy. Your ass is getting arrested tonight, boy.
They'll find her in the freezer before ending the call shortly after.
Go to the garage. You can't yell for you. You can't yell.
Oh, that is so sorry, bro. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's sad, man. That is sad. That's messed up, man.
Sure enough,
that's
when
not
authorities
funny.
entered Joseph and Samantha's home and ventured into the garage, they would see Samantha's red hair flowing out from the side of the freezer.
That's
and
messed
inside,
up.
they would find Samantha herself, frozen completely solid with a gunshot wound to her head, in the same exact manner that Joseph had described.
That's messed up.
But other than this, it was clear that Joseph's retelling of events was flawed, to say the least, as Samantha hadn't just been placed inside the freezer. She had been jammed inside of it, as if he was desperate to get her to fit inside. So much so that he actually sawed off her left leg.
Oh my goodness! Take this guy to the fucking prison immediately, man. Oh my goodness.
Making a series of other cuts to her body to get her to fit. And this wasn't even the most damning revelation, with the most important having to do with Samantha's condition. Just by looking at her, it was clear to the first responders
I'm so sorry,
that Samantha was dead. And had been dead for days.
What?
Likely having been killed instantly by the gunshot.
What?
Meaning that the blinking Joseph had witnessed was entirely hallucinated.
Get this. Oh my god. I almost said the N-word. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get this goofy off my screen immediately. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's psycho. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. He has no regret.
That was his reality. He fully believed it.
He believes she was.
Upon the discovery, Joseph quickly became the #1 most wanted man in Tennessee. And that same day, police would track down his vehicle as he appeared to have been trying to flee the state. But the officers got to him first, pulling him over and then surrounding his vehicle, drawing weapons and preparing for anything. But just as Joseph had said on the phone, he had no interest in going to jail. And that was something he was dead serious about.
Oh, you're...
When officers finally got his car door opened, they would find Joseph Parker in the driver's seat, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Man, boy.
His death made it impossible to fully confirm why he had taken Samantha's life that night, but reports seemed to indicate that he had recently lost his job, and the couple was experiencing financial hardship.
Oh my goodness, bro. Like, so shooting your wife in the head is the only out for you? Like... Everybody in this planet Earth is going through something. I mean, more than other people. Like, you have to hang on in there. Like, I know words can't be like crazy influence. Bro, I'm not even speaking right. Like crazy, like influence. Like I'm saying, like words can do less than actions. Basically, like I know my words can't like help you in your situation that you in, that you like your financial. Abusive relationship, or I don't know, whatever you're going through in life. Like, I can't actually like tell you, go do this, go do that, because, that words mean so little. Even though they can help out a lot, it can mean so little, because actions actually do better. So I can't tell you that says, oh yeah, it's gonna be okay, when I'm not going through your situation, But all I can say from the bottom of my heart is never go to that point of hurting someone else or hurting yourself, because you're just not. It's not gonna get better if you do that, man. Like, if I like shoot myself in the head right now because I'm going through something, what would that help for other people that care about me, or what would that help for? That problem is still gonna be there for other people. It's still gonna evolve and stuff like that. Like, what I'm saying, like, bro, basically the whole point is like, you never expect where you're gonna be 5 years from now, bro. Like, you may be going through something so horrible, so crazy, so traumatizing, and you might say, I'm going to give up right now. All right, no, I'm going to try to solve this with this violence. I'm going to solve this with this and that and that and that and that. If it leads to something where you're hurting your mind, or you're hurting someone else, bro, that's where you have to say, fuck, that's not the right way, bro. Because you will never know what will happen in 5 years. If you give up now, if you give up on someone else now, bro, you may never know. You might become that doctor, bro. You might become the GOAT, bro. You might become him or her. You will never know, because you gave up on yourself, bro. You gave up on that person. You gave up on the people around you that will soon to come, bro. Like, people don't understand, like, how precious life is, I know I'm getting off topic. My fault. My bad. But like, yes, life has issues that everyone has to go through, like death. They have to see their death of a loved one. They may have to experience war. I mean, they have to experience loss. They gotta experience heartbreak. They gotta experience, like, all of us experience this. Probably more than others, bro. But like, life is so precious that you can see the colors, bro. You can have your own free will. You can fall in love. You can eat. You can taste beautiful food, bro. You can see beautiful women or men or whatever you're into, bro. You got a different personality than others, bro. You got a different taste than others, bro. You got different hobbies, different future than others, bro. It's like, no matter what life throws at you, you will never know what will happen in 5 years. So if you give up on yourself, if you give up on other people, man, and I actually got to learn this stuff too, bro. I can't be the one talking to you, bro. Like, I'm not the motivational type. Like, I don't even mess up on my words. But like, dead ass though, like, for real, if you are still living right now, and thank God you are right now if you're listening to this, bro, you will never know what will happen in 5 years in the future, bro. Like, or right now actually, or a week or a month. Like, don't give up on yourself and don't give up on other people. Look what this guy did, bro. This guy had a beautiful wife, a nice house, and like, he gave up on himself basically. Why? Because of financial issues and his job, bro. Now, I can't say that I have experienced that, bro. Probably the financial part, but like, he gave up on himself and he gave up on his wife. He shot his wife clean in the head because of his insecurities and him losing his job. Now, if he would have hanged in there with his friends, with his family, with his wife, he might have something going on. Like, there could have been another job waiting for him, man. There could have been an even better job that pays amazingly well. But he didn't hang in there. He gave up on himself. He gave up on his wife. He gave up on his future. He gave up on his house. You never know. And it's crazy. Like, I can't say, oh, well, everything is going to be a daisy in life. Everything's going to be perfect in life. That's not the case. But we have to hang in there, man. I know words, it's not helpful, but actions are. Like, when I live through life, my life, bro, I'm going off topic. I'm sorry again. But, like, I'm yapping right now. But, like, when I'm going through my life, still going through it, like, I have stuff that happened to me. Probably not, like, crazy, like, for other people, But I always have the people like y'all watching me, bro, that improves. And like, I have my family, I have my friends. That's what keeps me going, man. That's what keeps me saying, you know what, maybe I can give it another try. Maybe I can keep on going. Maybe there's another day for me, because you never know. If you have at least one person in your life that's there, then you can keep going, bro. Even if you don't have anyone, bro, you can still keep going, man. Don't let anybody push you down, man. Because you'll never know what can happen to you at any time. At any time.
Sure. With this perhaps being the reason the two were arguing on their anniversary. But reports also indicate that this murder didn't happen in the midst of the fight, as evidence points to Samantha having been asleep at the time she was shot.
I feel so bad for you, Samantha. Rest in peace, bro.
Truly did unfold. But one noteworthy discovery made after the fact was that at the time of his death, Joseph had drugs in his system, which could have been a factor in the murder itself, and it certainly was a factor in the hallucinations he was seeing afterwards. As he stood in his garage having full conversations with the frozen, mutilated
he was going crazy,
of the woman
bro.
he had just killed,
That's fucked
truly
up, man.
believing it was all real. With this 911 call leaving a haunting impression on myself and the many others who have stumbled across it in the internet's darkest corners.
Oh my goodness. Nick Crowley. You do amazing videos, bro. Shout out to you, man. The internet's darkest corners, number 7, bro. I gotta lie, that was an amazing and crazy disturbing start for this part, man. Alright, that was good. Let's see.
Do you ever feel like you're being watched?
Get him off my screen. Get him off my screen, bro. Get that eye off my screen immediately. Get him off. Get him off.
You're online watching this video right now.
Bro, get him off, bro.
There's a good chance that you are.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
Everything you do online.
Someone's watching me.
Not only are they watching what you browse, but here in the U.S., ISPs can
W ad.
using a VPN.
Bro, what was that?
Into the wrong hands,
was that Schoolboy 9, bro? Get him. All right, bro. We love you, Nick Crowley, but I had to skip that ad, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Chapter 2, Jennifer Sheffield. I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong, bro.
Jennifer Sheffield's life was largely encapsulated by the posts
she
she made on social media. She worked hard studying in medical school with the hope of becoming a doctor. A journey that she documented on her growing TikTok page.
Yo, amazing TikTok.
When she wasn't at school or at a hospital, her time was spent with her family. She had been married to a man named Brandon Sheffield for around a decade. And when they met, Brandon already had 2 children from a separate relationship. Though this didn't deter her in any way, and instead she took on the responsibility of helping to care for them, raising the children alongside Brandon as if they were her own for much of their lives.
That's nice.
To the point where they seemingly started referring to her as their mother. A role
That's
that
nice.
she thrived in.
That's nice. I fuck with that. That's nice. But of course, something bad's gonna happen because why would this be on this, Nick Crowley's video if something bad didn't happen? But that was sweet at the time.
As she frequently posted pictures and videos alongside them. And the same was also true for her being a wife, as she loved to share her memories and moments with Brandon, cultivating this image of the perfect family and the perfect pair. But on social media, things are rarely ever as they seem.
True.
And on the 10th of December, 2024, Jennifer would drop a bombshell on her followers.
Oh God, bro.
So, about to be a newly single mom. And I am in the middle of a divorce.
My goodness. Oh my God. When things could have worked so beautifully, bro. Like I said earlier, bro, you never know. So, what happened, man?
Husband is being incredible, though. Like, really and truly, like, we're working together.
Okay.
Everything's great. We're splitting everything down the middle.
So what happened?
Everything is good.
After approximately 10 years of marriage, Jennifer announced that she and Brandon...
Wait, 10 years? Go back, wait, what? 10 years.
After approximately 10 years of...
Man, oh my goodness, bro. Oh, 10 years. Do you know how long 10 years may be? Amazing? Oh my goodness, bro. Wow.
Marriage, Jennifer announced that she and Brandon were getting a divorce.
Damn.
There was no explanation for why, just the simple fact that they were separated and had already started the divorce process. Something that was reiterated by both of their Facebook relationship statuses.
Single.
As they shifted to single around the same time.
Alright.
Despite the sad and even shocking news,
that's sad,
it was clear that they were handling it better than most. There didn't appear to be any resentment between them, as Jennifer described Brandon as having been incredible throughout the process, supporting her in any way possible. Which was obviously good not only for them, but for their children, who were top of mind for the pair.
It is a very
that's sad.
Divorce with our daughter in mind, and I really appreciate that. However, I'm going to be a mom, single income right now, and he will be helping with her. He will be supporting her, so essentially, like, I'm really thankful for that, and that I will not have to worry so much about supporting her.
It was apparent that there was some kind of custody split being discussed between them, which isn't really made fully clear in the video. But what was clear was how grateful Jennifer was for Brandon's support. But even with this help, this marked the first time in Jennifer's adult life that she was really on her own.
I've never done this before. I've never been on my own before. So, yeah, if you just have any tips, I would really appreciate it, because, I'm a little scared right now.
Okay. Interesting.
It was uncharted territory and something that she was understandably nervous about. But despite her fears,
after Jennifer 10 years, that would be kind of be nervous about that, man. Going out.
Attitude. And thankfully, at this point, the divorce itself was going about as well as it could be. They were both supportive of each other. They were both thinking of the children, and there seemed to be no bad blood between them. Though, as I said before, on social media, things are rarely as they seem.
Oh my goodness, bro. Where are we gonna happen, man?
We have more breaking news now. This out of Brandon, where husband and wife are dead following a murder. According to Brandon police, the couple was found on...
Jennifer Sheffield and Brandon found dead this morning on Tulin Street. Family was conducting a welfare check on Jennifer. Family says there were obvious signs of foul play. This is an ongoing investigation. Oh my goodness. What the hell happened, bro?
On Street this morning after family conducted a welfare check on 30-year-old Jennifer Sheffield.
Oh my God.
18 days after posting this video, praising Brandon Sheffield for the incredible way he had been handling their divorce, both Jennifer and Brandon would be found dead inside their Mississippi home. That morning, family members arrived at the house.
For a second, I thought I was tripping. That's why I asked that stupid-ass question, did he kill her? But they said, obviously, that both of them died, but I was kind of shocked. But, like, don't tell. I have a theory right now, but I want to keep it to myself until they reveal who killed them. But if it's true, I'll feel so mad about it. Well, sad and mad about it, obviously. But oh my goodness,
on a welfare check, but noted signs of foul play outside, leading to them calling the police. Inside, officers discovered the pair lying next to each other. Each had a single gunshot wound to the head, with one thing being blatantly obvious. Brandon Sheffield had been the one to pull the trigger both times.
Oh my goodness! Okay, so he did. Okay. Alright. At least that theory is taken out. I had a theory, a bad theory, but I'm gonna revoke that now. But he did kill her.
Before turning the gun on himself.
And he killed himself.
What happened that night isn't fully understood, but the motive is fairly clear. This was likely the result of the divorce that Brandon had supposedly been handling so well.
Yes, so well.
Obviously, there seemed to be more going on behind the scenes. Perhaps the violence was spurred on.
I mean, 10 years? Like, that's gonna cause anyone to go crazy, man. Like, but that's her decision at the end of the day. You shouldn't be, like, fucking, you know, hurting someone after that, but, like, 10 years is a long time, man.
Brandon's realization that this would be their last as a married couple.
Yeah.
Or perhaps he just wanted Jennifer all to himself. And if he couldn't have her, no one could.
That is so fucked up, bro. That is fucked up. Can you imagine being those kids right now, man? You just lost a mother figure and you lost your dad. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. That ain't right, man.
Since her murder, Jennifer's video has become a morbid piece of internet history, and just seeing how full of hope she was is heartbreaking in hindsight. And because of Brandon's action,
she was so happy to change, man. She was so happy that the divorce took like, even though it was still messed up and sad, she was so happy that Brandon, like, went with it, you know, was saying, yeah, I'll still help out, you know, with your daughter, and I'll help out with my kids. That's so messed up, man.
Not only was Jennifer robbed of her future, but these children were robbed of their mother figure and their father figure all in one night.
Yep.
And making this even more devastating,
that's haunting.
Some articles have claimed that one of these children was actually in the house during the shootings.
Oh my goodness.
What Brandon did was nothing short of evil.
That's evil.
But surprisingly, not everyone has seen it this way, as the discourse around this case has somehow led to people actually sympathizing with him. And even
bro, get this woman shit off my screen immediately, bro. I don't care if you're a man or a woman, bro. If you shoot someone just because they're divorced, I get it, okay? I mean, I don't get it, actually, because I've never been in a marriage, but, like, 10 years of a marriage is kind of crazy. But, like, that's her choice. That's their choice, man. And I know that's sad and that's messed up. And that's heartbreaking, but you have to accept to let that go. Like, in every relationship, man, I know it's not marriage, but if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, man, you have to, and you both go in like a disarrangement or a disagreement, bro, and you have to split up. That's life. That's life. Sadly, it's life. I mean, you could try to get back with them if that's a possibility, but if they don't want nothing to do with you, then that's life, bro. You gotta keep moving, bro. Eventually, if you're still looking, you will find that partner, that future husband, that future wife. You'll go get him, queen. Go get him. Go slay. All right, let me take that seriously. Sorry, I just want to make a little joke to make y'all smile, to make y'all laugh during this serious video. But, like, back on topic. If someone is like, you know, eventually will fall in love, eventually will fall out of love, you know. It happens. That's life. We can't do anything about it, you know. We could try to get that person back, but if we can't, then that's GG's, bro. Move on, bro. GG's. Retire. Ref, get him another one. But, like, all this fucking, the internet has ruined women. Get that bullshit off my screen immediately, bro. I mean, like, just because, like, I don't get this shit, bro. Like, fucking, like, okay, like, bro, if it was, like, I'm saying like this, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, bro. there's no reason where you should be pulling out a weapon, bro. There is no reason, man. Just because she did a divorce does not mean that she deserves this hate or that woman deserves this hate. I'm speaking for a man myself, you know. I've been through relationships. You see me pulling up with a fucking gun to my exes, bro, because they broke up with me, or just because they did something, or I did something in the relationship. No, bro. You see me going to go kill them because of that stuff, and like, maybe I don't have like a 10-year relationship with that person, my ex, but no, you don't see me doing that, bro. And that's something that we all need to focus on, bro. Bro, this internet shit is fucking crazy, bro. This Twitter shit, bro.
Been blaming Jennifer for her own murder. Sadly, this is just a fraction of the disrespect that Jennifer has faced since her death, as there have been numerous other online controversies surrounding her and her family. Though for the sake of this video, I don't want these to distract from the very real story and the very real victim at its core. A young woman who will now never get to experience the future that she was so hopeful for.
It doesn't matter, like...
had this feeling this morning for some reason to tell you.
Like... Sorry, Jennifer, but like... I don't even know what to say. Like, you should never ever do something like this, man. No matter how heartbroken you feel, man. Whether you lost a partner, whether you lost someone because it was your fault, whether you lost someone because it was their fault, man. You should never ever use a weapon, or be abusive to that person ever in your whole entire life, boy. You may be mad. You can be mad about it. You can be sad about it. You can be happy about it. But goddamn, never use violence on it. I know how hard it is. Well, actually, I should have just said that. But in life, you should never use violence on someone when you have a disagreement, bro. Now, if you need to defend yourself, then I think that's a perfect time to use violence. I think that's... But like, we all, at the end of the day, have been heartbroken. I don't care if you're fucking Princess fucking Charming or Princess Charming. I don't care if you're fucking, I don't know, fucking... Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful day outside and perfect view. Like, I don't care if you're fucking that, bro. You're going through heartbroken, bro. You're going through fucking pain, boy. You're getting cucked, boy. But like, at the end of the day, you will find someone else, bro, in the future. You may never know until it'll be too late, bro. You never know. Bro, they might have the different hobbies than you, bro, but you have to learn to let that person go. Whether it was for your benefit or it was for their benefit, or they did something bad or you did something bad in the relationship. It's life. It's life. Like, you can be mad about it, you can be sad about it, but like, violence is not the key.
It's gonna be okay. You still have a purpose. You've got to keep pushing. You still have a heartbeat.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jennifer, bro.
You gotta keep going.
Rest in peace, man. You Chapter 3, Stay Put.
It was unlike anything she had posted before. Throughout 31-year-old Rania Ibrahim's Facebook page,
2017.
Followers
W2017
posts of her children, various religious texts, and other media from her day-to-day life. But on June 14th, 2017, Rania would begin her very first live stream, and it was clear from the start that something had gone terribly wrong.
Oh, never mind. Thought that was so silly.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. You're not going to be able to breathe. Your children maybe someone outside. They're in the other flat.
Oh my god.
They've gone into the other flat.
Oh my god.
The footage is from Rania's perspective, as she and another woman discuss what lies behind the front door of the apartment unit they were in. The woman, believed to be 33-year-old Isra Ibrahim, told her not to open the door as it would let the smoke in. While Rania insisted that people might still be out there and in danger, eventually leading to her peeking outside, and in turn giving us a glimpse inside their nightmare situation.
There's too much smoke here. Okay, I'm not opening it.
Okay.
Allah, la ilaha illallah, fi harira fi al-amara, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim, ya Allah.
What? What happened? So there was a fire or something that she tried to see if there was anybody to save.
The door opens for just a split second, revealing a thick layer of black smoke,
oh my goodness,
ringing of fire alarms, and someone pounding on a door.
Oh,
Rania eventually calls out to whoever was knocking outside, beckoning them towards her.
Nice.
Hello, come here.
Rania's a good person. That's a good person, bro. To stay back.
Come here. Hello. Come.
Quick.
Nice.
To which 57-year-old Gary Monders emerges from the smog, completely covered in ash.
Nice.
It was a dramatic scene, and one that you can start to piece together based on the footage alone, as it was clear that there was a fire raging inside that apartment complex, and the entire floor Rania was filming on had been filled with smoke. Smoke that essentially trapped her and a few others inside this flat. Given the sheer amount of smoke in that hallway, it was obvious why the others in the room insisted on keeping that door closed. But Rania continued to hit back on this, as she didn't want anyone to be stuck out there alone.
That's a good person, bro. That's a good person. I like.
Because the smoke is coming. But the people outside. Yeah, let them. Hello?
She doesn't care, bro. She's trying to save everybody that's there. Still looking.
Oh my gosh, I closed it.
Before eventually conceding and closing the door for good.
Okay.
It was obvious that the situation was dire, but just how dire wasn't revealed until Rania made her way over to the window.
Let's see.
Okay,
How bad was it?
Okay.
I mean, of course it's bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Look how high they are. Oh my goodness.
They were 23 stories in the air.
Oh my god.
Floor of the ground tower, located in North Kensington, London, England, where Rania and hundreds of others live.
Anya, bro.
And now, somewhere in that high-rise, was a growing fire.
God, the whole building is on fire from the top to bottom. We're on the last one. Oh my. Oh my goodness.
As she looks out the window, Rania tells her viewers that she believes the fire had started from the bottom of the structure and was quickly working its way up to them, with it now being just one floor below them.
That's scary.
This wasn't the story that Rania and the others in the room were being told, as each time they would dial 999, the operators would tell them that the fire was generally contained and leave them with one clear instruction. Stay.
Bro, stay put. Now, I'm not going to argue and say, like, the police aren't doing their job or the fire department's doing their job, because that might not be the case. They're all doing their job as hard as they can, but, like, operatives. Stay put. Now, if y'all ever watch Nick Crowley's videos, there was one video where they told this old lady she was living by herself. Like, she wasn't living by herself, but her family, her relatives went out. I think they went out or they went somewhere else, right? And like, I'm not gonna say the whole entire story, but basically a fire happened inside her house. She forgot about it, and like she called the operatives, right? 999, and like they said, okay, we'll be right there. We'll be right there. But the fire department, they weren't helping. Like they went to go put out a fire in the woods, then help the lady. I mean, don't get me wrong, a fire in the woods is still something to be like complex about, but like you could at least send someone else over there to help her. You're sending your whole department to stop a fire other than like you can send some of your men over there. Bro, get that fucking weak ass fucking shit off my fucking screen, bro. You could have done something about it. Even if you sent like one person out there, at least try. So I'm not a big support of like that stuff. But anyway, back to the point. I hate it when operatives tell you to stay put. They're doing their jobs. They may be doing their jobs, and they're telling you the right thing to do. I don't know about anything about fires or something like that, so okay. But like, when your life is on the line, or someone else's life is on the line that you either care about, or a stranger, it could be a stranger. Do you want to stay put, or you see something like a fire escape or something like that? Now, don't get me wrong. Staying put might be the right thing to do, or listen to a person, a trained professional in that subject may be the right thing to do, but when you be waiting and it don't seem like they care about you or other people that's in your position, let's wrap it up, bro. Pack it up, bro. Like, we'll see, bro. We'll see. But like, the reason I'm trying to say is, bro, like, something's gonna go terribly wrong, bro. I have a bad feeling. I don't want it to happen, but
This was the name of a nationwide rescue policy for all high-rise fires that stated that people should stay in their flats and wait for rescue as opposed to trying to escape on their own, as buildings like these were made from thick concrete and should hypothetically keep fires relatively contained in the flat that they started in for an estimated time period of around 2 hours. And considering that this fire had started roughly 1 hour before Ranya's stream, it should have been relatively safe until rescue crews got to them.
Right.
And when looking outside, the fire wasn't even noticeable, meaning it was possible it was still contained and had simply been producing a lot of smoke.
Right.
But that belief was far too optimistic for reality.
Yeah, see? 1 hour before Rana's stream.
Fire brigade.
Yeah, hello, hi, in the fire, flat 16 Greenfield Tower.
Sorry, a fire where?
Flat 16 Greenfield Tower. It's the 4th floor.
Right, okay.
Quick.
They're on their way already.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Approximately 1 hour earlier, on the 4th floor of the tower, a man called 911 to report that his freezer had caught fire. It was an incident that had happened through no fault of his own, and due to his quick phone call, firefighters would arrive on the scene within minutes, one of whom was wearing a camera that showed that they were able to handle the blaze in a relatively efficient manner.
That's good. What went wrong though? What happened?
Heat sensors to assure that the fire was fully out. The camera scans around, showing a few items strewn about that were still at relatively high temperatures. But other than that, the room was completely clear, and it seemed as though the fire was out for good, until the camera panned to the window.
Oh my goodness, man.
Revealing scorching hot droplets of debris falling from the outside like melting rain. The fire had spread above them, and was now burning up the side of the building in a manner that was completely unprecedented, and defied any sort of logic based on the firefighters' knowledge of the scene. And by the time they even realized what was happening,
that was above.
Things were already out of hand.
Oh my god, man. Oh my goodness! Oh my god. Gosh.
The fire was huge.
That's
and within
crazy.
just that first hour, nearly the
god,
entire building
man.
was engulfed in flames. And Rania was now trapped on the tallest floor, opposite to where the fire was raging.
Oh my god.
And she wasn't alone.
That's...
Not only were there over 100 people left in the building at this time, but 2 of them were Rania's own children.
Oh my god, no!
3-year-old Tanya, who were stuck in the same flat as their mother.
No, bro.
With desperation mounting, some of the others called out the window for help.
We're stuck on the 23rd floor! Hello!
مكان في لندن فين؟
That's scary, man.
Until the stream went dark roughly 6 minutes later.
Oh my god. Your video? Oh my
Despite
god.
things looking grim for the group on the 23rd floor, there was still some optimism about their rescue, as even 30 minutes after the stream had ended, those in the group were told once again by 999 operators to stay put, with the operator even telling them that the fire was contained to the 4th floor, which clearly wasn't the case.
Bro, this is what I'm talking about. What do you mean it's the fucking fire's contained? It's on the 4th floor, bro. Look, does that look like a lot of smoke to you, boy? Does that look like a lot of smoke, bro? That is not a lot of fucking smoke, bro. That's fucking fire, boy. And it's spreading to that other side where they're at, man. What do you mean, stay put? Oh my god.
Ranya's sister later spoke to the media about a phone call that they had shared around the same time, where she begged Rania to try and leave, recalling, "She did not. She respected and trusted and believed that they are coming to rescue them."
Oh my
and by this point, there were
man.
hundreds of rescuers on the scene, along with multiple helicopters flying around them,
goodness.
which only further kept their faith alive. But tragically, this was all a cruel facade. Internally, fire crews were told not to go past the 12th floor shortly after Ranya's stream ended.
Who told them this? Who told them? Who told them, bro? No, I'm not a firefighter. Will I ever be one? No. I'm just a regular civilian trying to be a regular streamer, trying to do regular things, man, and have fun with my life. So, of course, I don't have the firefighter training. I'm not the type of dude to be doing that. But isn't a firefighter's job is to cure fire and go in there? They know they're putting their lives at stake when they go in that fire. and they go in that smoke to save other people's lives. What do you mean, stay put? Now, don't get me wrong. Firefighters, they have lives too. They're humans like everyone else too. I respect them. But who is telling them these calls, bro? Who's telling them, yeah, I think you should stay put, you know?
It was just too dangerous. And as for the helicopters,
but like,
well, those trapped inside would have had no idea that those were actually just police helicopters.
Police helicopters. Police helicopters. So just because they're police helicopters, they couldn't do anything about it. They're just sitting there. So basically, just watching them burn. They couldn't do anything, right? So they're just like, I'm being serious. They couldn't do anything to help out. They just had to watch them. So what if that was your relative in there, or that was you up in there? Would you want them to you want the police to help you too, or just stand there So you want them to just stand there because they're the police and they're not firefighters? I mean, I guess they have different training sessions than firefighters, but that's your life, and that's your relative's life, or someone you care about's life right there at stake. Just because they're a police helicopter.
Merely used for surveillance. They weren't even equipped for rescue, nor were they ever considered to be used for that, as getting too close would have blown more air on the fire and made the blaze even worse, meaning that those helicopters offered them no chance at survival.
Send someone that can help.
Leading to
call somebody. What is that for, man? Get another helicopter that has people that can train, that can actually do something. Not just someone that can just say surveillance. I mean, surveillance does help. But send another helicopter that can do something. Don't just sit around oh my god. I don't understand police and fire stuff, so I'm not but I'm just saying my own opinion. I know I'm stupid. I don't know shit. But that's just my opinion.
Trying to escape by themselves.
Oh my god.
By this point, there was no point. This was 2 hours after the fire had started, and an hour after Rania's stream. The fire had completely taken over the structure, and inside there was only one single stairway. A stairway that was now impossible to safely traverse for anyone on the high floors. Even attempting it would have been a death sentence.
What the fuck?
The orders for them to shelter in place had cost them valuable time, and in turn, any chance at leaving while they could. And it was all for a rescue that was now impossible, leaving them completely trapped. Rania, Fethia, Hanya, and everyone else shown in this livestream would perish in what we now know today as the Grenfell Tower Fire, a fire that claimed the lives of 72 people, and one of the worst fire tragedies in Europe's history. And while we've covered many large-scale tragedies on this channel before, few have been more preventable than this one. The Grenfell Tower was built back in 1974, and around the 2010s, its concrete exterior was beginning to look outdated in an area that was experiencing a wave of modernization. The neighborhood was becoming trendier and wealthier, and the tower was becoming an eyesore to some. And so the decision was made by the Kensington and Chelsea Tenant Management Organization, along with the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, to refurbish the exterior by adding new siding known as cladding to give it a more modern appeal. It was purely aesthetic, but its effects were horrific. The cladding was created by a company called
So they should get blamed, bro. I mean, of course they didn't know, but you gotta study your material and stuff and how things will catch on fire and stuff, bro.
Iconic, which had tested it numerous times to see how it held up to fire. And the results were awful. Their ACM cladding received a grading of F, with it being apparent that it was extremely flammable, with some likening it to gasoline due to
So they used it even though it was flammable. Just because it looked nice and didn't make your shit look like shit. Do you know how many people you caused to die during that fire just because you wanted to look like a fucking, I don't know, Hotel Transylvania, bro?
Quickly it would erupt into flames, while also producing 3 times the amount of smoke as usual fires.
Oh my god.
But despite having these test scores and even acknowledging their failure in multiple emails sent throughout the company, notoriously following up their F score with the line, "Oops," they not only refused to fix the problem.
Oops! Get them sued. Get them sued. Get them sued. I'll show them a oops, bro. Get their account sued, bro. Get them everything sued, bro. They owe millions of dollars. Even money couldn't even help with those people they lost, bro. Money can't even help with their lives, bro. But oh my god, sue them, bro. Whoever said that oops shit, find their email, find who they are, send them to prison. And they owe money too. Do you know what a oop? Oh my, imagine, right? You're a person you cared about or someone you love dearly, bro, more than yourself. They went in that building and the company, they lost their life, right? And the company sent you, says, oopsie, oops, we just, they died, oops. You know how fucked up that is? Bro, get him in fucking prison, bro, and sue him, bro. I don't care.
But they also kept selling it, with one of their clients being the group working on the Grenfell Tower refurbishment. And it wasn't even a secret either.
Oh God,
those in charge of the project wanted it done as cheaply as possible. And this ACM cladding was as cheap as it got. And so they chose it despite knowing the fire risk. And worst of all, they had the opportunity to buy a version of this product that was actually flame retardant. But they opted for the cheaper, more dangerous product, which in the end only saved them about £5,000, or roughly $6,500.
Oh my god. Maybe Thanos was right. Bro. People are so... Remember I was like, life is so valuable. To not... $65,000 in the United States is too much for you for other people's lives? That's too...
$USD. Arconic knowingly sold this flammable product. The companies
working
on the Grenfell Tower refurbishment knowingly bought the flammable product. And in the end, it all resulted in a disaster that
killed a lot of people, bro, and kids, bro.
And when you couple this with the flawed orders to shelter in place,
the
fact that there was only one stairwell, it was a recipe for disaster. This was always
fucking morons, fucking weirdos.
This was a failure
fucking
on
losers.
So many levels for so many parties, and it all traces back to greed and the value of money over the lives of innocent people like Rania and her children. Despite the fire starting 8 years ago, justice has yet to be served.
What? What do you mean justice hasn't been served? What do you what?
Despite the fire starting 8 years ago, justice has yet to be served, as investigations are
we're off. Thank you for watching YouTube, bro. Thank y'all for watching me, bro. I appreciate y'all. Pause the video. Thank you for watching me, bro. I enjoyed Nick Crowley. Thank you. I love y'all, and peace. Fucking never been solved, bro. It is 2025 right now, going to 2026. Thank you, Nick Crowley, for putting this on the internet, on YouTube. But something needs to be done. I don't have the power to do it. Maybe I do. Maybe you. But like, to say oopsie when a lot of people fucking die is fucking crazy as fucking shit. And they still haven't been served justice yet, bro. They knew it was flammable, but kept it anyway because it was the other type was too expensive for other people's lives. Do you want to hear that? Like, do you want to hear a doctor? You have to have surgery, right? Let's say this as an example. You have to have surgery, right? This is a severe life or death situation. The doctor says, yeah, we can do this, but we have to do this more cheaper than an expensive one. And say, oopsie, to your relatives when you die. Oopsie. Well, I guess we had to do the cheap way because it was too much money for us. No. You want the best, smartest, expensive, well, if you have the money, doctor you can ever get if you or your relative need surgery or it's a life and death situation. Bro.
Organizing weight for all
and they're gonna have to say oopsie, bro.
With the trials themselves not expected to start.
Rest in peace, bro. I'm so sorry. Serious note. The policy of stay put remains in effect to this day, though it's been slightly altered since the fire. It's estimated that there are still thousands of residential buildings in the UK and worldwide with flammable ACM. Bro, get those buildings out of here, bro. The last chapter, chapter 4, don't hang up. Oh, God, bro.
It was the usual start to the day for Rhoda McFarland.
Yo, what's up, Rhoda?
The 42-year-old manager of the Lane Bryant store.
Oh my God, bro, that last story was crazy.
Was no stranger to big sales.
It's the Have It All sale at Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant had a habit of launching monthly clearance events, sending out flyers and airing commercials in the days and weeks before to let all of their customers know.
This is back in the 90s?
And this day, February 2nd,
oh, this is back in the early 2000s. Oh, this is like 3 days before my birthday, bro. No, 4. Well, not in 2008, but like, bro, in February, my birthday. Interesting fact, like YouTube, you can like give me a gift, you know, next year, you know, you guys can help me out, you know. All right,
one of these sales. She knew it would be a busy day and potentially a stressful one for one of her employees, as that morning only one worker was scheduled to open the store, something that Rhoda disagreed with, leading to her coming in to help, even though she had the day off.
Wow.
But like I said, this was a typical morning for her, as this was just the kind of person she was, always willing and wanting to help others.
That's a good person.
And as she clocked in for work that morning at 10 a.m., she and her coworker braced for a potential rush of excited shoppers. The rush, however, wasn't as dramatic as they may have expected, and in the first 15 minutes or so of opening, only 5 people had entered the store, 4 of which were female shoppers looking for some deals, while the 5th was a delivery man who walked in holding a stack of papers. The man approached them and made casual conversation, but after a few minutes had passed, he kind of just lingered around, never actually delivering anything.
Okay, we're having a weirdo.
Especially considering that it was Saturday, a day that they typically didn't receive packages. Growing more and more suspicious by the minute, Rhoda quietly placed a call to a nearby Lane Bryant store, who confirmed to her that there was in fact nothing scheduled to be dropped off that day.
GG's, call 911 immediately, boy. Go into a room with your other people, say, we'll be right back, and call 911 immediately. Or you can go out that door and run to the nearest person. That's what I would have done. Or we had to get hands physical, and I probably would have lost. But either way, I'm calling that 911.
But before she could even process this information, an incident was already unfolding around her.
Oh no. Rhoda!
Where the delivery man pulled out a pistol and pointed.
Oh my, he must have figured it out. He said they know something, bro. Oh my goodness.
Pointed at the women, yelling at them to hand over the money from the register, before proceeding to round up Rhoda, her employee, and the 4 women shopping, demanding that they all give up their cash and jewelry.
Wow.
After he was satisfied with the collection, he forced the women to the back of the store, where one by one he bound them with duct tape, placing them each face down on the floor, and putting underwear over their heads to obstruct their view.
What the
In the minutes following, he would venture back out into the store where 2 other women had entered, and they too were then robbed and then forced into the back room,
so weird,
where they were eventually subdued. But not before he struck one of them in the face with his pistol, nearly knocking her unconscious. It appeared to be a fairly high-level robbery, but after he now had them all in the back room, the whole operation seemed to grind to a halt. It was like he didn't know what to do next, as he started pacing the room and slowly losing.
What? What do you mean you don't know what to do, bro? You're such a... Oh my goodness, bro.
The minutes ticked on, and the more time that passed, the more agitated he became. It was clear that the pressure was getting to him, and sensing his disorganization, Rhoda seized the opportunity, quietly slipping her hand free, allowing her to call 911 through her Bluetooth headset.
911 emergency. We're at...
Despite the man being in the room with her and the others, Rhoda managed to alert authorities to her exact location, telling them to hurry and making it clear that the situation was urgent.
Nice.
In the background, you can also hear the robber himself, whose disheveled state is apparent as he outwardly states,
What? Oh my god! I'm losing it. Oh my god, bro. Such a fucking weirdo, bro. How you gonna rob something and you don't even know your own plan, bro? You're such a weirdo,
Operator
bro.
was
Get him out of here, man.
Quickly dialing dispatch and telling Rhoda not to hang up.
Stay on the line. Let me get you to Tinley Park. Don't hang up.
Though within just a split second, the call disconnected.
Oh my god.
By some stroke of good fortune, there was actually an officer in that shopping center 100 feet away.
W.
And from the time that Rhoda made that call,
nice.
The officer managed to arrive on the scene within just a few minutes.
Nice.
He rushed inside the store, but inside he found nothing, until he made his way over to that back room.
What?
Inside, he would find them. 6 women with underwear over their heads, lying on the floor, each one having been shot execution style just seconds after Rhoda's...
Oh my god! Bro. You're such a fucking... Oh my god! They were right. The policemen were right there, man. Bro. Oh my god, bro. play the video, bro.
It was a mass murder. But in the midst of this awful scene, one thing was missing.
See them in life.
The killer himself. And so authorities flooded the area, scanning and searching all over for the gunman.
Look at this.
He was described as a black man with a husky build and a single braid that fell to his right cheek.
Look at this
that
dude,
ended
bro.
in green beads. And the reason they knew exactly what he looked like wasn't because of security footage, as at the time the store didn't even have any CCTV cameras.
How did they know?
But instead, it was because one of the women actually survived. When the man began his execution,
that's good.
He moved his way over to.
That's sad that one of them survived. I wish all of them survived, but at least one of them survived.
To the employee that Rhoda came in to help, and when he fired his gun, she moved at just the right moment, causing the bullet to graze her neck, which she proceeded to then play dead so that the man wouldn't notice. And thankfully, he didn't. Her testimony is the reason why we know exactly what this man looks like, and why we know what these moments were like before the shooting. But despite this, after doing a thorough search of the area, even utilizing a
helicopter... That's still messed up that all of them died, but oh my god, bro. Oh my goodness, man.
There was no trace of the killer.
What?
CCTV footage from a neighboring store showed that just before Rhoda made that call to 911, 2 large SUVs pulled up in front of the building, right after the shooting likely occurred. It's believed that both of these SUVs were involved in some way, with one potentially being a lookout and the other likely being the getaway car, explaining how he would have gotten away so quickly. Not to mention that the store was located right near the entrance of an interstate.
That's fucked
which
up,
could have taken them out of the state extremely quickly.
That's so fucked up, bro.
That was 18 years ago.
18? Oh, yeah, because, 2008. Okay.
Neither the shooter nor the drivers have ever been identified.
Oh my! Never been identified in 18 years. It is 2025 moving to 2026, and they ain't never been found. Man.
A rare instance in which a mass shooting in America went unsolved.
That's
leaving
fucked
us
up,
with
bro.
so many unanswered questions to this day, with one of the biggest being the motive. Police have labeled this as a robbery gone wrong, which does seem to be the case. But why Lane Bryant? And why come in the morning when there was next to no cash in the register?
Yeah.
I mean, in total, the killer only made off with about $200.
All that for $200, bro.
The cash he stole from the women. One of the main theories today is that the killer had planned on taking customers hostage as they entered the store. But perhaps he grew frustrated at the lack of customers that day.
Yeah, no
until
shit.
he eventually noticed that Rhoda was making a 911 call, which caused him to panic and start shooting. But what always gets me about this is that he never covered his face at any point, which makes me wonder if he was planning on killing these women all along. Though if that's true, how could this ever have been worth it? Due to just how bizarre this whole situation is, some have posed other theories, like perhaps this was someone with a drug addiction who was looking for quick cash to get his next fix.
Probably.
Perhaps explaining his rapidly deteriorating behavior, or even that the suspect was actually a woman who never got caught because police were primarily looking for a male. But it's impossible to know for sure at the moment, and might not ever be known, as despite having survivor testimony, an exact description of this man's face and body, his voice, and even his DNA, which was discovered under one of the victim's fingernails.
What happened?
We still have no idea who this man is, or where he went.
How? War 100,000, 4,700. Oh my god, bro. That was a crazy and dark fucking internet, bro. Half of these people in this fucking video never got the justice they deserve, bro. They're the killers, like this dude, bro, and the fucking company are still being free till this day, bro. They don't have to suffer any type of punishment, bro. That was an amazing video, bro. Disturbing, but amazing, bro. Oh my god, bro. Let me like this video, man. That's actually fucked up, bro. That's messed up. That's messed up, bro. Oh my god, bro. Rest in peace and to all these people in this video, man. That is crazy, man. WVO Nick Crowley. That was crazy, man. All right, I love y'all, bro. Until the next video, bro. Peace out, man.